All right, welcome friends to today's video. I do have a little bit of music playing lightly, so hopefully that works. I just am not gonna be able to see as much on my stream, so hopefully I have everything configured correctly. But let's get into it. I'm gonna be doing just like kind of more simple makeup for the weekend, but I am gonna be curling my hair, so I'm just gonna get ready for that by putting a little bit of my heat protectant on my hair, just so that I'm ready when I wanna curl my hair. I just want to put a good amount of heat protectant all over my hair just so that I don't damage it as much when I do curl it. So I will let that soak into my hair. So by the time I'm done with my makeup, I can just hop in and curl my hair. So I'm just going to keep it pretty simple today. So I'm going to start out with a little bit of primer. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. primer here. Just put this all over my face. I feel like I say this every video, but this primer is a dupe for the Milk Makeup Primer that's more expensive, and I feel like it's pretty good. I've used quite a bit of this primer, so there's only a little bit of it left. So pretty nice. I do feel like it does like grab my makeup and help keep it on my face as well. And as you can see, I do have a little bit of sensitive skin, like as I'm like touching my face, and like I just got a big chunk of it in my hair. As I'm like rubbing it onto my face, like my face does get a little bit red just because my skin's a little bit sensitive, but I still feel like it's a pretty good primer. So as I let my primer just soak in, because it does recommend 30 seconds for the primer to soak in. So while that's soaking in, I'm going to do my foundation and just get my beauty blender a little bit wet here, just to help blend my foundation out. Just going in with a few pumps of my Uoma Beauty foundation. I feel like my face should be sufficiently dried down. So I'm going to start putting this all over my face and also blending it down onto my neck as well. Just to make sure that when people look at my face, they're not like, wow, your face looks really good, but I can see that you only put makeup on your face. I just try to blend it down a little bit onto my neck a little bit as well, just so it's not super obvious. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit of eyeshadow so I'm not super concerned about having my eyelids perfectly covered in foundation. Just enough here. Alright, just blending this out onto my neck here. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of foundation just to cover up a couple of my little acne spots here. This is like pretty buildable foundation, so I'm just able to re-go over spots and just kind of build up that coverage there. I guess I'll do a little bit of concealer. So this is the Morphe concealer, and I do have it a couple of shades lighter than my foundation color, just so that it can really make my eye area pop a little bit. So I try to just put it on like the inner corners and the outer part of my eye, just so that I don't have too much product everywhere. Just trying to like open up some of my products down here as I wait for that to just soak in a bit. All right, and I'm going to go in with this KKW Beauty brush. It's got like a beauty blender on one end and a brush on the other. I'm just gonna wet the little beauty blender side just to blend in my concealer a little bit here, just so it'll give me like a nice brightened under eye a bit Just like a little patch of it there. Because now it just looks like a little bit brighter under my eye. I'm just gonna spray my face and then set it with a little bit of powder so that it stays. All right, that looks pretty good. So now I'm gonna go in here with a little bit. This is like a lot of setting spray. This is the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. It is like a pretty fine mist, so it'll dry down pretty quick. Then I can set my under eyes and just kind of do the rest of my face powders as well. Just set out a couple more things that I need while I am waiting for my face to dry, just so I have all my products out in front of me here. But just trying to keep it pretty simple for the day. All right. Grab all my brushes that I'm going to need here. All right. I think I got everything I need. And I think my face is sufficiently dry as well. So now I'm going to go in with my little Juvia's Place setting powder. And I'm going to just put it all over my face just to help keep all of my face products in place. Just hopefully my face stays throughout the day. A little bit of extra just on my T-zone where I get a little bit more oily. And then I am just going to try to go in and put a little bit more on my under eye area as well, just to keep all that concealer in place. All right, now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal face powder. I'm just going to put this all over my face and my neck. Not putting too much where I put the concealer already today, because I do want that area to stay nice and light. But just getting the rest of my face here. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go in and just blend in any of that extra powder that I put under my eye there. All right, looks pretty good. I'm going to move on to my bronzer. I'm gonna go in here with my favorite NARS bronzer. Just kind of give myself a little bit, some cheekbones here on either side. And then just go in and just shape out my forehead a little bit. Just give it a little bit of color. Just go in and do a little bit more on my cheeks, because sometimes I feel like when I do my blush, my bronzer gets a little bit lost on my face. Just touching that up a little bit, and then just putting a little bit under my chin as well, just to kind of shape out my face a little bit more. I'm going to go in with my Lil Baby NARS blush. Just going to smile and then just start pushing the color back up towards my cheeks here. Same thing on this side. Just smile and start pushing the color up towards my temple area here. Let's get that nice little blushed look. I was so opposed to blush for the longest time, but I really like it now that I've started using it. All right, that's pretty good there. I'm gonna add in my Ofra highlighter. Just add a little bit more brightness to my face. This brush did fall in my sink, so it is a little bit wet, so it's probably gonna go on quite bright here, which I can tell it's definitely, it's going on quite blindingly, but that's okay. The more the merrier. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes before I start doing anything to my eyes, just so I don't have to worry about the color coming off or anything. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow here. I'm gonna go with my KVD Shake Primer. I'm gonna just put this on both of my eyelids here, just to help keep my eyeshadow colors in place. I also feel like it just helps them look nicer and more blended out. And a little bit of this goes a long way. I've been using pretty much this same one for like a year, and there's still like half of it left, so pretty good. Also put on a little bit of lipstick primer while I'm here waiting. All right, pretty good. I'm gonna go in with my Tartelette Baby Bloom palette here. Just gonna do a little simple eye look. So I'm gonna grab this color here and just start putting this on the outer portion of my eye, and then just sweeping it over. This one is very pigmented, so I do feel like I grabbed like a lot of color here, but I'm just gonna blend it out. And I'm trying to only blend in one direction, not swiping it back and forth, just kind of blending it over. Just a little bit more color here. Blend that on over. Thing on this side. Just blend that on over. All right, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to take just a little tiny pencil and just get the same color under my eye here, just to really tie that look together. And just look in my closer mirror what this is looking like. All right, that looks, we're gonna call that good. And I am going to grab my other bigger Tartelette eyeshadow palette just so I can get a little bit of this white color up here, just to do my brow bone and just kind of soften the color up at the top so it has a little bit of a nicer blend up top. And I'm also going to use a shimmer shade from here. I'm going to use this bottom shimmer color to put a little something on my eyes. I was debating doing this or not, but I do feel like this color that I put on my eyes is a little bit darker than I wanted, so we need a little something here. All right, that looks pretty good. Now just going back in with that first brush that I had just to make sure that color is blended with the glitter. I am happy with that. Now I'm going to try to do a little thin eyeliner line with my KVD tattoo liner here. All right, that's decently thin. All right. That's pretty good. Now I don't think I'm going to put on false lashes. I'm just going to just do a little mascara today. Just rock my natural eyelashes. So I'm going to go in with the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Lash primer. Just start adding a couple swipes of that to each eye. It does make it harder to cover this up if I put too much on, because it does make my eyelashes very white, so it's just a little bit harder to cover up if I put too much on. I just try to put just enough product on. And then now I'm going in here with my Urban Decay Perversion little mascara. This is the travel size, but I just feel like then I don't run into the problem of my mascara drying out if I use the travel size, because I will run out of it before I start getting like the drying of the product in the tube. And you can always put like contact solution in your mascara just to help kind of re-moisten it if it does start to dry up, but I just would rather get the travel size and not worry about all of that. All right, this looks pretty good. Let's do a little bit of lower lash because I love having that lower lash look. Let me just get a little closer to my mirror here and just make sure I'm not smearing it all over my face. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to move on to the other eye, just putting in my mascara here. I think I'll maybe do one more coat with a different mascara. Although this is looking pretty good. It's coming out pretty good. All right. I am going to go in with my Makeup Revolution 5D lash pal and just do a little bit more here just to give myself a little bit more eyelash. I try not to use too much of this mascara because it is clumpy. And why I haven't thrown it away, I don't know, but I'm trying to make it work. Adding a little bit more here. All right. I'm gonna call that good enough on the mascaras for today. I'm going to plug in my curling wand here just to make sure that's ready when I am. So all I have to do is draw in some eyebrows for myself. Yay. And then the face is done. I also need a little bit of lipstick, but I'll put all that on at the end here. Okay, I'm doing this like so far away from my mirror. Like, I'm trying to tell if this is good or not. Okay, that looks pretty decent. And I'm gonna draw in this one. Someone just knocked on my door, so let me go see who it is. Hopefully I don't get murdered. Okay, and I'm back. It was just the mailman. But normally they don't knock on my door, so I was a little surprised by that. It was very loud. Alright. Try to get my eyebrows to look somewhat similar here. I feel like I've been having a hard time lately with that. Oh well. I can always go with a Q-tip and clean this up. Okay, I don't know. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. So I'm going to start filling them in with my little Morphe pomade here. Okay, I think I am gonna have to go back in and clean these up a little bit because I don't love what I've done. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little spoolie and just feather out the front of this one so that it looks less intense. I think I accidentally started on this side instead of the end, so we'll just kind of lighten that up there. And let me see what else I can do to try to fix those. Okay, I don't know. They're probably as good as they're gonna look, so we're gonna call that good there. And just go in with a little of the NYX Control Freak brow gel and just set all of this in place there. And then I do try to wipe this off, or remember to wipe this off when I can, just so that it doesn't get all my eyebrow product on it, then it stays a clear brow gel. I'm just going in here with my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. This is the Lunar New Year version. Just go in and fan my face a little bit here as well. And I did find like one of my favorite lipsticks that I lost, but I think I'm kind of running out of the color on it, so we'll see how it looks. So let me grab my lipstick just before all my lip primer dries down. Okay, I think it is already in here. I did. So this is the Lime Crime Matte Lipstick in the color Sasha. I just feel like it's a nice, more neutral looking color, but I am running out of it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let me just get a little closer to my mirror for a second and just make sure it looks decent. Alright, yeah, looks pretty good. I kind of messed up this side. And a little bit more lip product. I can start curling my hair. Oh my gosh, I'm making this worse every time I look at it. Yeah, this is much worse. I'm making it so much worse every time. Okay. It's also hard because I'm like running out of this lip product, so I don't know. It's gonna just be like that for now. It looks so lopsided. I'll come back to that maybe later. But I'm gonna get into doing my hair here. Just gonna try to gather half of it ish on top so that I can curl the bottom half of it first. And just brush it out a little bit here. Make sure it's looking nice and smooth. All right, I got my little gloves because I'm panicked about burning my hand. Just make sure these end pieces don't end up in here. I think they are. Okay. I just want to curl this lower section first. Just grab, I would say grab a 1-inch section, but I think I'm grabbing bigger than a 1-inch section, honestly, here. So I try to hold it for like 10 to 15 seconds on here, just keeping like a little bit of the end piece out, and then just holding it in my hand a bit to cool down, and then beautiful. I'm gonna grab another little piece. This one I'm gonna try to curl the opposite direction here, just so that I mix up the variation, and then so all my curls don't kind of like congeal into one big curl at the end of the day. Or I guess it'd be like 2 big curls, like one on each side. Alright. That looks pretty good there. I feel like I'm not liking some of these like weird songs that are in this. What is this thing called? The Soundstripe playlist. It's not bad. Alright. And then I do try to leave that little bit out at the end just so my hair is not curled all the way down, so that it looks, I don't know, a little bit more natural, I feel like. I'm just going to do the same thing for all the rest of my hair. And like, I love the way my hair looks when it's curled. It just takes forever to do it. And being like part Asian, my hair just does not like to be curled. Like, my hair just wants to be like naturally straight. Like, I wake up and my hair looks like this. Like, it looks pretty straight already, so just a little bit harder to get it to stay. But I don't want to hairspray it too much, otherwise it gets like kind of crunchy and gross, so it's a little bit harder. But I love the look of my hair being curled. I just think it looks so nice. And then on this curl, I did alternate what direction I wrapped it just to mix it all up here. Just hold it in my hand till it cools a little bit. Also, like, the hair will like hurt a little bit, like if it will like touch my shoulders or my back and it's really hot, because the hair is very hot. So it does help to just cool it a little bit in my hand before as well. All right. So I will almost be done with 1/4 of my hair here. I just need to curl this part, and we're getting there. I do try to always make sure I curl the front pieces away from my face, just so that they're not like curling in towards my face. It's just kind of more like pushed off of my shoulders. Then I'm going to switch what hand my glove is on and just start curling all of my hair on this side, but so far so good. Just gonna start curling the hair on this side of my head here. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did over on the other side. Just try to alternate what way I curl it. These ones in the back are a little bit harder for me to alternate, so this one is just going the regular way. But I'm trying to do the next one. It's just like harder for me to like see and grab all the hair. I also try to grab more from like the bottom versus like the top of my sections too, just because then the pieces are a little bit more similarly lengthened. All right, let me try to wrap this one the other way. I gotta think about it here. But it's a little bit harder for the ones in the back for me to alternate them. But always trying to make sure I keep just that little end piece out of my hair. This one was a little bit of a smaller piece. Oh, it's falling out of my hand, so I don't need as long to curl it, and it still has that look, but that also adds to giving that more natural curl, is just getting varying different sizes of hair and holding it for different amounts of time, and helps out. Curl this one reverse as well, because I'm quickly running out of hair on this side. Okay, this one fell out. We'll just rewrap it, no problem. And just trying to hold this end piece out. It's hard to tell, but I am trying to hold the little end piece out. This one is very hard for some reason to do. Alright, that looks pretty good. Just these front two, which I'm going to curl away from my face here. Make sure I got all the hair that needs to be curled. Then I will be a little bit more than half done, because I don't have as much hair like in the top half that I grabbed. Just because I know I get tired. So. Alright. This one is pretty good. Beautiful. And the last one for the bottom half here. I feel like I could have held that one for a little bit longer, but that's okay. And it'll probably get covered up by the top portion of my hair. Alright. Take down the top layers of my hair, and hopefully I didn't accidentally curl any of these little ends in to my hair. So just try to part my hair nicely here, just so that it looks a little bit better. Okay, that looks good. So I just need to curl these little front sections of my hair, and like there's not as much on these sides, so it will not take as long as it takes to do the top. Alright, here we go. This was maybe too big of a section of hair that I grabbed, but that's alright. So I am just going to hold this for a little bit longer, just because I did grab a bigger section of hair here. Alright, then just letting it cool in my hand. Then I'm going to go through and put a little bit of my hair oil in, and then a little bit of hairspray, and that will be the look. Alright, try to grab a smaller piece here, and this one I can wrap the opposite way. Again, trying to get kind of that varying look, a little bit more natural. And then just making sure I keep that end piece out as well. Alright, last two, and these last two I think I'm going to just curl away from my face here, just because I like that look a little bit better. I'm going to try to hold these front pieces a little bit longer, just because I feel like once my front piece is uncurled and like even if the rest of my hair is still curly, like it's not, doesn't look as good. So I'm gonna hold these ones for a little bit longer. And they're also like smaller sections of hair too, so that helps. All right, I'm gonna wrap this one here as well. All right, and just let it cool in my hand. Beautiful. This side's done. I just need to do all the hair on this side here. Just grab this section. It's a little big. Actually, no, that's a decent size. All right. Last side. Here we go. This is some really interesting music I picked. I don't know if I like this. I feel like it's very like Stranger Things themed. All right. I'm gonna try to curl this one the opposite direction here, just so I get that varied look. I don't know. I have to think about it sometimes which way I'm curling my hair. Because I get my left and right confused, which is the first part of the struggle. And then when I tried to do like the Britney Spears workout, like, and I had to like make my like leg go clockwise or like counterclockwise, like in circles, I had such a hard time like thinking about like which way my foot was going. It didn't specify, but I was like, gosh, I'm having a hard time with this exercise. Just like leg circling. I was like, well, maybe if I like go clockwise, like instead of counterclockwise or whatever, and like I just could not figure that out. It was bad. Okay. These last ones could be like 3 pieces, but I want to get on with my day, so we're gonna just make them 2 very large pieces and just hold the hair on here for a little bit longer. All right, that looks pretty good. Could that have been more curled? Yeah, but that's okay. It'll all blend in. Just curl this one quite a bit here. I think I didn't make these like the same size, but that's okay. Because I feel like this one's a lot smaller. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna flip my hair upside down for a little bit of volume to it, and then go in with my Verb Ghost Oil. A little bit of that, and just kind of run it through the end of my hair here. And also just kind of get my flyaways down a little bit with it as well. Looks pretty good. I'm just gonna hairspray it all so it stays in place. I guess I'll use my non-aerosol hairspray here. Oh, this hairspray seems like it does not want to be used. There we go, maybe? I don't know. Okay, I'm maybe go in and spray it with one more. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Just try to focus on the ends of my hair. Okay, now we're spraying. I don't want to make it too crisp. I'll just get the front on each. Okay, we're gonna call that good. I don't want my hair to be too crisp from the hairspray. All right. So this is the final look here. Let me just take you on to some place where the lighting's a little bit better, but pretty good. Just like cute, simple for the weekend. Thank you all for hanging out with me on a Saturday. I do try to stream daily, so I will see you in the next one if I don't stream again later today. If you're not already, make sure you follow. I have my little follower goal here. Just really helps me out, lets me know that you were here, and I can reach my goal too and do another fun stream for you all. But thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.